Yeah, so you, as an entrepreneur and as a facilitator and evangelizer of new technology, one has to always look at creating avenues for the teams because teams also have to learn and grow with time. So either you are totally dedicated to creating products and solutions, or you have existing line which you are servicing. So when you have existing line that you are servicing, you have to create room for generating new work or new kind of ideas which are going to lead the industry tomorrow. So for that, you need enough data pools to be created first of all. Identify the right people who can drive a lot of these ideas together, who should be very motivated. Internal funds need to be created, budgets need to be created to be allocated for such activities. Also, you have to be ready for the fact that you would not always be successful with every initiative that you take, right? So there are few initiatives which are bound to not work, but there are a couple of initiatives out of, let's say, 7 to 8 initiatives. If they kind of take off, then that's excellent. And it's very important to not have a fixated mind that this is the product or this is the design which is going to work. This is a world which is full of variables. So we must recognize that if our model itself is not adaptable to change, there is no way we can create something which is accepted to the changing demands of end consumer, end user. So flexibility in thought process is very important. Tracking, how the progress is happening from time to time and making sure whatever issues are there, they get identified, addressed, and then taken forward. One thing which definitely stands out is that there has to be a lot of trust in the team as well. So when you empower them and you make them, go after a development activity, you have to, have belief in them and make sure that whatever they need to be able to deliver it, you should be able to provide that. And it's a thinking mind in the end of the day. So you have to give them their own room. So they may not be productive all day. So there are days they are going to be highly productive. There are going to be days where they are not able to crack an idea. So being able to bridge these two diversities or these two end of the spectrum, I think that's also very important.
So, how do you ensure to foster a culture of innovation and entrepreneurship within your team, and what initiatives have implemented to encourage innovation and collaborative environment?
Yeah, so I think market sensing is extremely important. First of all, that what you can ask the question again. Maybe it's too loud.
इसको दोबारा अभिनव अभिनव शांत करा देना रेशम मैम से बोल दो ना But then, sir, I'm asking you.
It's not stopping. It's still loud. Yeah. Okay. Let's go on. Let's go on. No problem.
So how do you ensure to foster a culture of innovation and entrepreneurship within your team? And what initiatives have you implemented to encourage innovation and a collaborative environment?
So what is extremely critical is to first have a good market sensing. Market sensing would mean that what is it that the market really needs, and if there is a particular set of skills which are required, then ensuring that those skills exist in the team first of all. Because if you ask somebody who cannot deliver a particular ask, there's no point spending time, energy, resources on something which is not going to work. So therefore, aligning the skill set, the learnings, and the support which is required. So for fostering a culture, what is critical is that the teams must know of the expectation very, very clearly. You enable them with technology, you enable them with budgets, you enable them with the clear goals, so that they have defined approach to reaching a particular milestone. So if we do not have milestones in the process, then it will be very difficult. In terms of entrepreneurship, so how do you rub a little bit of same thought process? So like I said, that they need to be trusted a lot. So you need to empower them and tell them why you are doing this exercise and why this particular development is actually their idea, their work, and why they are part of the entire thing. So they are carrying it on their shoulders. So it's not that the seniors may not even have early time to build a product prototype. So if you have to build a prototype, essentially the prototype has to come from people who internally champion this aspect. So it goes through a cycle of approvals, and then it gets UATs from end users also, so that their feedback loop is built in. So from a mindset standpoint, it's critical that the teams identify with the cause, with the objective, and they feel that it is their reason that why they are building it. And once they feel it and they identify with that reason, you don't have to push them. They will push you that we have to get it out of the table. We have to get it out to the market. So I think that's what is a very positive culture where you are able to build and imbibe that thinking process.
Sir, if we talk about across all sectors, what are those sectors? What are those sectors you are, according to you, are signing sectors that will see the surge in number of startups in coming year?
Okay, so from with respect to AI, AIML.
Not only AI. If I'm talking across whole sectors.
Okay, okay. So
Yeah, you may take with respect to AI.
Okay, so with respect to AI, if I say government has to be a very big evangelizer, so I see government has the best problems actually. So for them to come out and create a facilitation so that more and more problems are shared with the technical people who can solve the problem, enterprises who have the capability to drive it. So I think government is an evergreen sector, but I would not put it at the top, but it's an evangelizer, it's a facilitator. In terms of top sector, I would say healthcare is extremely important also, and it kind of benefits the society at large as well. So building AI in that would really help create and adopt technology for the good. And the gap is also high currently. So the current status of AI and the need for AI is extremely high, that gap. So therefore, this sector I see as a very important and prominent sector. Other than that, BFSI or fintech is continuing to be excellent, but not so much AI, I would say. But yeah, it will be one of the important sectors over there. Other than this, I would say infrastructure and heavy industry. All anything to do with equipments has great potential of assimilating both AI as well as ML in terms of the way these equipments are manufactured, maintained, trained, and the productivity of these equipments. So I think that's a very important sector. And last quick one is, I would say CPG and retail also, because retail is an interaction sector in which you interact with the consumer. If you remember and you see, earlier we would go to the banks and line up, queue up to take things up, and there was ATMs which came, and after ATMs nobody really goes, or very few people go to the bank to collect cash and interact with the bank that way. So so interaction came down to some extent. Now down the line, with lot of services which have come in, which aid. So do people really need to visit retail stores? Or would the customization be so good in apps that people feel that exactly the need that they have gets fulfilled by the applications rather than the physical visits? So nature is changing. Now if you have a lot of Zomato, Swiggy and so on and so forth, so that means everything is coming to your door, and a lot of things will take this mold and they will start coming to you. So anything which is servicing the end consumer, whether it is hospitality, whether it is food services, or it is retail, all of those will have massive, I think, AI transformation, ML transformation, and they would definitely gain from this.
Interesting. Thank you so much, sir, for your time.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.